Reaction to the free trip to Israel. No, the freebie that our Education Minister Paul Givan and his little gaggle of the unwashed took to Israel for a week of sunshine and adoration. Well, the reactions to that continues to cause problems up in the White Elephant, not the White House, the White Elephant, which we call the Northern Ireland Assembly. Tomorrow, Monday, sees a confidence vote in Givan brought by Jerry Carroll. Of course, this will not pass, as it doesn't have cross-community support because the Ulster Unionist Party did not have the balls to stand up and be counted. It'll no doubt allow Givan another opportunity to engage in whataboutery, politics, pointing out that while, yes, I may be a shite, but there's bigger shites across that. This is what it is. This is what passes for politics in our dysfunctional little statelet.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I note the member and vice chairman of the Education Committee didn't ask a question around the department. Not one question. I'm here to be held to account as Education Minister for the element of that trip that related to my portfolio as Education Minister. Not here to be held to account by a convicted terrorist who supports terrorists and Hamas. You're not going to hold me to account for that. I'll hold you to account for your terrorism. What did Mr. Sheehan do in his past? Well, he also has met with Hamas himself, pictured with Khalid Michel. And what did Khalid Michel say in respect of the 7th of October and the concern for Palestinian lives? This is what Hamas said, who Pat Sheehan's photographed with. Palestinians' lives that are lost are a necessary sacrifice. So don't give me the crocodile tears when you're pictured with and supporting Hamas terrorists. And Sinn Féin need to get the message, and get the message very clearly. It is the unionist people of Northern Ireland who elect my party and put me into this position. I'll never be dictated to by Sinn Féin, particularly the likes of Pat Sheehan.
Like another example of such dysfunction was the decision of Emma Little Pengelly and the DUP to not attend the inauguration of the new Irish President, Catherine Connolly. Now, few will doubt that this decision was strongly influenced by Jim Allister, who just before the DUP came out and made their statement, he said that no unionist should attend the ceremony. See, in future, it might be worthwhile for the DUP to check with Jim what their position is going to be on anything, just so that they'll give them a heads up as to what they should do. Isn't it strange? Like Starmer in the UK is being dragged to the right by Farage, and it looks like Jim Allister is doing the same to the DUP. I'd have more respect. No, to be honest with me, I would have had more respect for Emma if she had had the courage to come out and say, no, I am not going. And they can stick their inauguration up their Fenian holes. That would be fair enough. I would take it. Like Eileen Paisley didn't hold behind the back. He just said, you can stick your Fenian shit up. And you had to sit and go, fair play to you, big man, fair play to you. Don't agree with you, but fair play to you. You got your, the man saying what he thinks. At least I would have been honest, rather than all this bullshit about not being able to attend because of other commitments. Now, admittedly, I doubt that anyone in the Republic will even notice the absence of the DUP at the inauguration, nor will they probably bother to comment, deciding instead to let us Nordies alone as we continue to self-harm politically. Now, the proof of this was the utter farce around the nurses' pay rise, right? There was 100 million they said they'd got, and they need another 100 million, and the nurses says, we don't get it. The nurses aren't even looking for a pay rise. They're looking for pay parity. They're just looking to keep up with every other nurse in the UK. This is still supposed to be part of the UK, isn't it? That's part of the argument we have. Well, surely then nurses and other public servants should expect to get the same level of pay. So nurses were trying just to keep up. And the Assembly was all over the place. They didn't know what they were doing. They have finally, at the very last second, somebody went down the back of the sofa, right, in the Assembly and found the other 100 million, although there's still doubt as to where exactly the money's going to come from. So with the nurses' strike narrowly avoided, we now face strike action from the PSNI. You know what I think, people? Know what I seriously think? I think that we are on the horizon. I see another collapse of the Northern Irish Assembly. Well, admittedly, our MLAs have been at work for nearly a year, or is it over a year? They're no doubt exhausted and need another 5, 6, or 7 year paid holiday. I mean, you cannot expect that lot up there to actually govern. No, that's for adults to do. Adults do that. Look, they're much too busy calling each other names and having votes which will achieve nothing, and calling each other names and having votes which will achieve nothing, and arguing about flags, language, flag, language, flags, language. You get my point? Do you get my point? Swear to God, it's better for us if the adults take over. Let the politicians in the UK and down south make the decisions. Because the children up here just can't do it. And they keep on proving they can't do it.
Language, flags, language, flags.